Hello there, this is Don Current with Shelbyville Today. It's the last weekend in July 2013. So of course you know what that means. It's race weekend, that's right. The big race is this weekend. I'm sure you know which one I'm talking about. Morristown Derby days. Oh yeah, we're talking soapbox derby here. Of course, I do hear that there's some other big race over on the west side of Indianapolis somewhere or something. I'm sure all those drivers would rather be here, though, at the real race with all these derby cars running down the hills. So we'll talk more about that one, and we'll let all those other people talk about the one that's over on the west side of Indy. But anyway, just a ton of stuff going on, not just here in Shelbyville. Here in Morristown, sorry, but also in Shelbyville, all over Shelby County. There's tons of stuff going on. Let's get started. I'm just going to hit the highlights of what's going on in Morristown for the Derby days, because there's just so much going on. If you go, they actually have a website now called MorristownDerbyDays.com. Go there, you can find a lot of information there. I've also created an article on ShelbyvilleToday.com, and it's a link to it on our Facebook page. So you can check that out to get to the details. Of course, it's on our calendar as well at ShelbyvilleToday.com. So you can get all the information there. But we'll hit the highlights here. So starting off on Friday, all weekend long actually, all over Shelbyville and actually up at Northwestern High School as well, is the Northern National Girls Fast Pitch Softball Tournament. They're using multiple diamonds for this. Blue River Memorial Park, it's at Sunrise Park, it's at the high school in Shelbyville, and then it's up at Northwestern High School also. So big thing going on for girls fast pitch softball this weekend, all weekend long. There's stuff going on. Also on Friday, just a reminder that the library is closed. They've got some team building kind of stuff going on, some training things. So that's going on at the library. So the library will be closed on Friday. As part of the Morristown Derby Days events, we've got the Progressive Agricultural Safety Day from 9 to 2. That's an event designed for kids. All kinds of classes going on for them, just talking about some of the various safety related things for kids. Hunting safety, water safety, all kinds of stuff like that. That's sponsored by Bung. So if you got kids, you can bring them over here and get them signed up for that. Ages 5 to 13 and 5 to 7 must be accompanied by an adult. There's no charge for that. Both Friday and Saturday, Morristown Lions Club will be having the Derby Days Fish Fry down in the Lions tent, and I've seen that's already set up here. There's lots of things getting set up already since the Friday is the event. Also on Friday evening, we've got a couple of things going on at local restaurants. Panzerati's is doing a fundraiser for The Rock. You've heard me talk about The Rock before. It's a Christian music venue geared at kids. Right now it's located at Mount Pisgah Church, and they're trying to raise some funds to get equipment, pay for some of the bands. Most of the bands are free. They're just doing it because they like to play for people. But some bands, they want a little money to cover gas at least. So The Rock is trying to raise some funds, and Panzerati's has agreed to help out with that. And so a portion of the proceeds from eating dinner Friday night at Panzerati's goes to The Rock. So please go there. Panzerati's is at a really neat location anyway, being in the Hamilton House and everything. Very cool setup there. I always enjoy going there and checking out the building. Also this weekend, it's Half Pint's 10th anniversary, so they're celebrating that. They've got $10 dinner specials, $10 drink specials, that kind of thing, so that's pretty good. Okay, now we're going to get back to the Derby. I'm actually over here on North Street, which is where the adult derby is going on. Of course, they don't want to shut down 52 any more than they have to. North Street is actually where the adult derby takes place, and that's at 5:30 on Friday evening on North Street, which is coincidentally north of the main street through Morristown. Skyline Drive-In is playing Turbo, and the new movie is The Wolverine, and that's going on all weekend long at the Skyline Drive-In. We've also got Friday Night Frights at the Strand Theater. That's something that happens every month. They got the old horror movies, and if I remember correctly, they said this week's is going to be more adult oriented. Probably the themes are a little more strong, not appropriate for kids. Some of their older ones are a little bit more humorous horror movies, kind of campy, but this one you want to be careful. Don't bring your kids to this one. Also, the Parks Department has a movie, and it's the Dive-In movie that they do every year. So it'll be at the Meridian Park Pool Complex, and so you can go watch a movie there. It is the Lorax playing, and of course, you know, the festivities start earlier, but the movie will start at dark. Okay, so that covers Friday's events. On Saturday, we have of course, the American Legion Auxiliary is going to be having a breakfast on Saturday morning. That's from 7 to 10. The Farmers Market will be going on in Shelbyville from 8 to noon. They're right downtown on the Circle as usual. Down on South 9, which is about where I live, Nostalgia on 9, they're at the corner of 500 and South 9 is going to be having another outdoor flea market. They've been doing these each month through the summer, and lots of great vendors there. They've got a big open field for that, so get on down there, support those vendors. When I've been in there, there haven't been a lot of people there, but the vendors have been great. Lots of great stuff. I mean, everything for the collectors to just everyday items as well. So get down there and support those vendors and help them out. Here in Morristown, first thing in the morning, they're having the annual POG 5-mile run. It's an 8K, starts at Morristown High School. You can register that day for 20 bucks, no shirt guarantee, and do a 5-mile run right here as part of Derby Days. The Shelby County Players are they're building a stage, a practice stage. Of course, they go to the Strand for their performances, but the Strand is a busy place, and so they really can't do their practices and such at the Strand because that would tie it up for too long. They'd have to put their sets up and down. So they actually are going to be using the old 44 Bowl. That is right there. If you follow 44, which is also Miller, out towards the west side of town, heading towards Franklin, you will find the old 44 Bowl there. Miss Jill's is now in that complex where Western Supermarket used to be. So quite a few things actually going into that strip is actually kind of full again. And the 44 Bowl now is going to be having the practice stage for the Shelby County Players, and they need some help building a stage. They want to, you know, replicate the stage in the Strand so they can have accurate practices and get their set all built and ready right there. So if you can help in that and you'd like to volunteer your time, go over to the 44 Bowl there by the old Western Supermarket and help them out. That's from 9 to 2. They can use your equipment, you know, if you've got cordless drills, things like that, please bring that and help them out. Derby Days, of course, will be having the fish fry. They will also be having chicken noodle dinners and root beer floats starting at 11 o'clock. The parade will be at 11 o'clock right downtown in Morristown. And the main event, which is the Scout Derby cars, that will be on Main Street immediately following the parade. I've got it on the calendar at noon, but really what it is it's after the parade finishes. Several things start after the parade finishes up. So also the car show will be happening over at the high school parking lot. So there'll be quite a few cars there that people have put on display. At the library in Shelbyville, They're going to be having a couple of different movies playing for both kids and the older youth. So Romeo and Juliet will be playing at 11 and at 1:15 in the youth department. And then the Two Towers will be in the Carnegie East Wing, and that's more for the older youth, and that is at 1:15. So again, that is in Shelbyville at the library. Back out here to Morristown, the girls basketball alumni exhibition. That's quite a popular event each year, and that's going to be at 2 o'clock in the Morristown High School main gym. There will be cornhole tournaments at 3 o'clock. Morristown's Got Talent at the Morristown High School at 3 o'clock. And then back in Shelbyville in the evening at 8 o'clock, Chick McGee and Friends will be at the Strand Theater if you're into the comedy. They always have a bar set up there, so a good time for some adult entertainment there. And then when it gets dark, right back here in Morristown, they're going to have fireworks this year. So if you missed out on the fireworks around the 4th, or if you just want to see some more fireworks, come on out here to Derby Days in Morristown. All right, so that kind of wraps up our main stuff going on for the main events, but also as part of Derby Days, the Model RC Club in Indianapolis actually has a field right near here in Morristown, and so they put on a show on Sunday. So from 1 to 4 on Sunday, just a little bit kind of southwest of Morristown, there is an airfield for Model RC, and so you can see all kinds of flying exhibitions. They'll have kind of set up as well just to show off their stuff. So you'll see people with tables set up and their Model RC helicopters, planes, cars, whatever, all set up there. And there is an admission charge for that. I believe it's like $3. You can check that out. And then in the evening here in Morristown, in the Morristown Park, they're going to have a gospel sing and church service starting at 6 o'clock on Sunday. All right, man, that's just a ton of stuff going on this weekend. Again, it's Derby Days here in Morristown. Big event. They've got the website at morristownderbydays.com. They've got a Facebook page you can go to as well to check things out. So get out there and support that. And with that, I think I am going to get my practice run in here. Always safety first. So I got my nice helmet here, and we are going to test out this hill. This is Don Current with Shelbyville Today. Enjoy your weekend.